Hey, it's Age here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios a price may take and explain why I prefer one counter over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on weekly time frame, as we haven't taken a look at that for quite some time, we still have this same trend line that we've had for quite a while. Again, pivoting from RSI highs of these price highs, basically where we had a three-way move here, three ways here, at least according to one of the counts. But at that point again, we can just draw a trend line and we see that there is still more space down here in which the weekly time frame can fluctuate up and down before trying to break this higher. On daily level, where did I have the other line? On 2 days, okay. We're looking at, instead of this whole structure here, we're looking at this here, in which again we could be viewing this on daily or 2 day, does not really matter. We can see both here that we have again highs on price and then some kind of move here, again pivoted from here, and we see that trend line has broken through here, meaning that most likely this is some kind of bottom here. And yeah, is now pivoting up higher. If indeed this, basically the 50 point in RSI or 50 line on RSI is rejecting this price downwards, then we are still within the bearish area. If however we are going to get through this bearish area and coming back and retesting this bullish area, in which again is everything above the 40, bearish idea is everything below 60. So if we are back testing ourselves or the price here or the RSI here around this 40 area, then we would be looking for higher prices and could be starting to trend higher. Before that though, there is still possibility that this is just going to be a weak bounce here before diving nose down again deeper. Again, we could be tracking a trend line here on the lower parts, something like this, but we can do that on lower time frames as well. At the moment, on 4 hours, we're looking at this structure coming down. We can definitely draw a trend line on it as well, and we can see that we have actually broken through it at the moment. The most clear pattern would be that that we are again doing the same thing, bearish backtest here into this previous area of support on RSI, which would be again the 40 area and below, and then going higher. That would indicate a bullish momentum again higher. But with this type of range, it is very much about these swings that are just happening here, and we can see that these are pretty spot on, these lows here, in which we can just short up here, long, short, long, and so on. So yeah, that's all I got on RSI. Let's get into the counts. Overall, again on higher time frame, we had two different ones, saying that we had one possibility of ending it down here, is ABC, A, B, and C, and the other one is saying that we are still looking for downwards more before at least some kind of correction. At the moment, I do prefer the ABC zigzag here, in which again we would end something here. It is not clear if this is going to be a impulsive wave count from the bottoms or not, but we can still be climbing higher to create some kind of connector for this wave before heading down again. But the WXY issue is again the same as we had before mentioned, that this is bigger than the higher time frame count, and that's that. That's why I don't really prefer it. It doesn't have the right look overall, so that's why I'm preferring this ABC overall at the moment again. But on the shorter time frames, let's jump into that. On 1 hour, we had the bullish setup, in which overall we had this as wave 1 or A, and then 2 or B, and then again this would be either C wave completing this ABC, or 1, 2 and 1, 2. The idea here for the supporting the wave 1, 2 idea is that we had a lot of confluence around these lows here. We had point of controls, we had negative point of controls, we had weeklies and dailies here. We had so much support here that it would be just super weird if you don't take that long. At least for me, it was clear as day that I'm long in this area here. We have 1-to-1 here, golden pocket, order blocks, volume, everything is supporting that idea that we are going to at least get some kind of bounce here. Of course, if we are looking at closer in smaller time frames, we saw that we had few tests in here, and this definitely does not seem too impulsive as of yet, at least, but there is possibility that we are again climbing higher correctively, so that would be working fine out as well. But yeah, that's the bullish idea, that we would be just making this as 1, 2 and then getting higher. The bearish idea is still the same one, in which we have this as a W, X and Y, completing it here. Same as we had on the other count, where we had this as an A, B and C. Both are working, they are within Elliott Waves structures. However, this again don't have the tag on the 38.2 retracement here for the wave B within this ABC structure within this wave Y. So that's why I kind of prefer the ABC here. But yeah, overall similar structures. Let's take a look at this structure over here. Again, from these current highs that we had around the 24.2k. Since then we have had 3 different options. One is saying that we have a diagonal here. Don't really like it. This does not really look too good comparing it to these previous wave structures. So we can get a zigzag here, but it is very weird looking. Plus the wave 2 here is very small, less than 23.6 retracement, which would mean super bearish. It does not make overall too much sense for me, so that's why I don't prefer it. It is possible though. The more bearish and more likely to me is that we have this as a 1, 2, another 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, very bearish idea. Whether we have the wave 3 here or there does not really matter. At the moment we would be looking for wave 4. Wave 4 at the moment did peak around this 0.5 retracements here, which would be basically the max we want to see. Clear invalidation here at 21.75k area, which would again invalidate the idea of this being a bearish impulse wave structure downwards. So 21.7 something k. What I don't like about this count is this wave 1 here is, again, it looks more like a 3-wave structure overall than a 5-wave. It can be modified into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not have the right look, therefore I'm a bit skeptical about that. But not all of the structures can ever be perfect. So again, one of the structures, or this is the bearish play that if I'm going to be playing anything, then it would be this. Now overall, let's take a look at the volume. We can see that, again, as we were talking about the point of control yesterday, this was the golden pocket for this structure here. We had the point of control here. We are going to be having massive resistance up ahead, though. So again, first one is going to be range value area of this structure here, where we have also the VWAP from these bottoms and 38.2 retracement plus this OB. That's the first struggle. The second one is 0.5 with this VWAP coming down from here. Depending on how long this is going to be taking, we'll see if that VWAP is going to be having an effect or not. It is not within any order block here though, so a bit more skeptical about that. Also the volume here is kind of low here compared to the previous areas. The highest resistance would be here, again, golden pocket of this move. So what do we have here is, again, point of control of this range right around that same area, order block here as well. But yeah, that would be something to look out for. It is possible that we would be correcting higher with this being a WXY, a 3-year move, and then we would have another 3-way move here, and then we would again drop down, taking out these current lows into some lower levels. At that point again, we would definitely not be too confident to say that this is a wave 2 at that point. Currently it is looking pretty good as a wave 1 and 2, as wave 2 has not taken too much time compared to this wave 1 here. So if it does do something like this, or even this, then I would not really like the wave 2 look anymore. So at that point again, we would probably turn into some more bearish ideas with this combination in mind, where we have this as WXY, then WXY, and then depending on how high this structure goes, we are either going to be looking for 3 ways, or if it goes beyond here, then we're looking for 5 ways to come down towards the lows. But yeah, that will come up in the following days, following weeks, if it does. So next short possibility would be around these areas and these areas. Before that, I wouldn't be looking for shorts. At the moment, I'm fine with this long setup from here. Of course, it does not really look too impulsive at the moment. Let's take a closer look on 5 minutes. Yeah, definitely don't have the proper structures in here. This definitely can be a 5-way structure in here, although we can't really see a proper wave 4. So 1, 2, probably 3, 4, and 5. This would be 3 waves, some kind of 3 waves and 5 waves. So this would be an ABC. Generally, if we have a flat here on wave 2, it is more likely to be some kind of a B wave instead of that wave 2. So A, B, and then something else. This definitely looks as a 5-way structure. And then we could have this as another 5-way structure. A bit weird looking here though. So to me, it more likely looks like a 3 ways here, 3-way pullback, and then again it could be 5 ways or 3 ways here to get some kind of structure like that, to have more structure like this. Yeah, this is pretty overextended already if we are comparing this here to these larger structures. I'm not quite sure what these are connected to each other, but or how they are connected to each other as of yet. But at the moment, unfortunately, I would be leaning towards this being more bearish of a structure, as we have these overlaps everywhere. So yeah, unfortunately, it does not really look impulsive. But yeah, that is my ideas or my thoughts on Bitcoin at this moment. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.